10. Cat saved family from house fire. Diane Busher was woken up at 4:45 a.m. by the calls of the family feline, Oreo, originating from the carport. Busher went down steps to perceive what the complaint was about. What she saw was smoke and blazes. She immediately got the feline and surged back inside to awaken her significant other and their 5 youngsters. The fire wrecked the carport in a room. None of the family was hurt. Gratitude to the feline's cries. As an intriguing side note, none of the family had been excessively partial to the feline before this occurrence. Anyway, Jessie Busher guaranteed, "We love it now. This thing is getting some fish today. This isn't as extraordinary as may be normal." Presented above is another feline, Baby, who additionally spared her family from a house fire. 9. Dolphins save teenager from drowning. David Stessi was 14 years old and couldn't swim when he fell out of his father's boat in southeast Italy. He was within minutes of death when Dolphin Filippo came to his rescue. Filippo had been a popular tourist attraction off Manfredonia in southeast Italy for 2 years. While Emanuele Stessi was still unaware his son had fallen into the waves, Filippo was pushing him up out of the water to safety. The dolphin bore down on the boat and got close enough for David's father to grab him. David's mother, Signora Stessi, said, "It is a hero. It seems impossible an animal could have done something like that. To feel the instinct to save a human life." Filippo has lived in the waters off Manfredonia since he became separated from a visiting school of dolphins. Maritime researcher Dr. Giovanna Barbieri said, "Filippo seems not to have the slightest fear of humans. I'm not surprised he should have done such a wonderful thing as to save a human." Pictured above is a beluga whale saving a drowning diver. 8. Dog saved woman from river. Brenda Owen had gone out for a quick walk with her dog when she spotted a wheelchair on the riverbank. She saw a woman floating in the river. She called out to her but there was no reply, so she told her dog, Penny, to fetch. Without hesitation, the dog ran into the river, swam to the woman and pulled her to the shore. Brenda said that Penny has always been a very obedient dog and despite being 10 years old, she was still very fit. 7. Dog saves boy from snake. In Texas, Path in 1982, a multi-year-old youngster had been strolling with his grandma when ARF, the family hound, turned out to be exceptionally fermented. The canine turned out to be disturbed to the point that the grandma believed it best to take the kid inside. Mrs. Flashes, the kid's mom, came out to discover ARF in a battle with a 24-inch North American coral snake. She shot the snake, however ARF had a great deal of nibbles and scratches and must be conceded into a veterinary medical clinic for 24 days. In spite of the fact that the paper that I got this from didn't state whether he endured or not, it said he was making a solid recuperation. 6. Watusi calf saves women from snake. Janice Wolf was in the backfield at the shelter she works in Arkansas when her multi-month-old Watusi calf abruptly turned and hindered her way. She was unable to comprehend why it was doing this, so she grabbed hold of its horns and took a stab at pushing it, yet it hurled its head and thumped her shaky. That is the point at which she recognized a copperhead snake on the ground, precisely where her foot would have been had the Watusi calf not intervened. She said copperhead venom as a rule isn't lethal to grown-ups. Anyway, it could well have been deadly to her since she had been additional delicate to bug nibbles before and had recently come out of clinic for a lung activity. 5. Dolphins save surfer from shark. On one hot August day, Todd Endress, multi-year-old proprietor of Monterey Aquarium Administrations, chose to go surfing with certain companions. While surfing, a 15-foot shark showed up. The shark attempted to chomp him yet couldn't get its jaws around both the surfer and the surf load up. It came around for a second attempt where it got Todd cinched between his surf load up and its jaws. Since his stomach was against the surf load up, Todd's inside organs were not hurt. Anyway, he lost a great deal of skin from his back. The shark let go and came at Todd for a third time and attempted to swallow his correct leg. Anyway, this gave the surfer the hold he expected to begin kicking the shark in the nose until it let go. Now when Todd was coming up short on vitality and thought he was accomplished for a case of dolphins came out and framed a defensive ring around him, saving the shark under control long enough for Todd to get a wave back to shore and get crisis medical aid from his companion. 4. Pitbull saves woman and child from being attacked. In 2008, a lady and her young child had been strolling home from a play area. As they entered a parking garage, a man holding a blade moved toward them and instructed them not to make any developments. A huge pit bull came up short on no pace and charged the man, who immediately fled. A creature control authority said they had no clue about what the keeps an eye on expectations were. Nevertheless, it was entirely conceivable that the pooch spared Angela's and her children life. What's remarkable about this case is that each other thing on this rundown, the creature is either doing what they're prepared to do or the person's was in clear peril from different creatures. This is the main case I found in my examination where the peril was another human. 3. Gorilla saves boy from being attacked. On August 16, 1996 in the Brookfield Zoo, a multi-year-old kid fell into a gorilla fenced-in area and lost cognizance. Binti Jua, a female lowland gorilla, watched the little fellow from different gorillas in the nook. She at that point supported him in her arm, while her own multi-month-old child was on her back, and conveyed him 60 feet to a passageway where animal specialists could recover him. This isn't a disengaged case. On August 31, 1986 at Jersey Zoo, a multi-year-old kid fell into a gorilla fenced-in area and lost awareness. A huge male gorilla named Jambo stood monitor over the kid, not permitting any of the others to draw close. When the kid woke up and began crying, the entirety of the gorillas chilled out, and animal handlers, alongside an emergency vehicle, had the option to recover him securely. 2. Dolphins save swimmers from sharks. Ransack House, a British-conceived lifeguard, had swam with his little girl, Nikki, and 2 of her companions off Ocean Seashore close Whangarei on the North Island of New Zealand, when a gathering of dolphins out of nowhere showed up. The dolphins began to crowd the people. They pushed every one of them forward together by hovering around them. House attempted to float away from the gathering, however 2 of the greater dolphins grouped him back, similarly as he recognized a 10 feet incredible white shark heading towards him. "I just pulled back," he said. "It was uniquely around 2 meters from me, the water was completely clear and it was as clear as the nose all over. They had corralled us up to secure us. The dolphins kept this awake for 40 minutes until the shark lost intrigue, and the gathering could swim the 100 meters back to shore." Another lifeguard, Matt Fleet, on the lookout in a raft, saw the dolphins orbiting the swimmers and slapping their tails on the water to keep them set up. He told the Northern Advocate paper that he likewise had an away from of the shark. A portion of the individuals later on the seashore attempted to reveal to me it was simply one more dolphin. However, I comprehended what I saw, he said. Ingrid Visser, of Orca Research, an ecological gathering, said the dolphins' conduct was reasonable, as they assault sharks to ensure themselves and their young. Comparable episodes had been accounted for around the world. They could have detected the risk to the swimmers and made a move to secure them, she said. 1. Trio, the bomb-sniffing search dog. I need this thing to speak to all creatures utilized for fighting and by the specialists, yet rather than attempt to summarize all the valiant military creatures, I will focus on one case, Trio, the bomb-sniffing search hound. In the UK, trio has of late been on the news for winning the Dickin Medal grant, which is what might be compared to the Victoria Cross, which is what could be compared to the Medal of Honor. An aggregate of 26 different canines, 32 World War II delivery person pigeons, 3 ponies and 1 feline have won the honor. Presented by PDSA author Maria Dickin in 1943, trio tracked down 2 concealed bombs in Helmand area, conceivably sparing numerous lives, and is currently at 8 years of age taking a merited retirement. His handler, Sergeant David Hayhoe, has worked with him for a long time and trio is currently the family pet. Goodness, and on the off chance that you are on the whole similarly as interested as I am with regards to how Simon the feline won the honor, read on. Simon served on HMS Amethyst during the Yangtze incident, discarding numerous rodents however injured by shell impact. All through the episode his conduct was of the most elevated request, in spite of the fact that the impact was equipped for making an opening over a foot in width in a steel plate.